All right, man. Oh my goodness. It is time for a top five segment and first one of 2024. So it only makes sense.
Of
So
course.
it's going to be top five 2024 films that we're most excited to see, what we're anticipating, and all the good things. And we have a lot of good ones, man.
Yes. And to be fair, a lot of them on yours and maybe some of them on mine, we
Oh,
both
yeah.
want to see, but we,
Yeah.
we didn't want to do duplicates. So we're going to nail all these bad boys. It's going to be amazing.
We really are. We really are. Well, number five for both of us
Yes.
is the Zendaya led Challengers. Awful name, and there's another one on my list that has an awful name. I don't really like the titles of these bad boys,
Yeah.
but I think this is just so juicy, man. I mean, she's been completely separating herself from like that child star and completely like full-fledged actress, right? I mean, I'm so excited about this one.
Oh, me too. Me too. I think this one, I'm just going to go on record, could garner her an Oscar nomination.
I
I,
think so
I
too.
really do. It's that type of a story. If you guys aren't familiar, if you haven't seen the trailer, she's a tennis phenom who gets injured and her career kind of ends. And so she becomes a coach. And she's coaching these two guys who apparently she's also having a relationship with,
Yeah.
both guys, and they are challenging each other as to who's going to end up with her. If that doesn't sound like all in with Zendaya, I don't even know what. I mean, how can you not want to see this film? It sounds freaking amazing. And yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's a very adult role. She's just continuing to take the Malcolm and Marie, like all these things that, right? Is that was the title, right?
It was,
Yeah,
yep.
just these things that where she's like elevating to that next level, and I'm loving it because she's so freaking talented, man.
So good, man. If y'all haven't checked out this trailer, please be sure to do so. It is wild. It starts off as like just like this threesome type of thing, and then it does work
Yeah,
into
it's like
like
what?
competing and like all this stuff. So yeah, be sure to check out Challengers when it comes out and check out the trailer. Number four for me is kind of a left turn. Because I feel like, we're really big into animation and we're
For
really
sure.
big into Disney. Obviously, everybody knows that. So number four for me goes to Mufasa, the Lion King. I'm really excited for this one because I feel like, Mufasa is supposed to be this greater than life, figure in the Lion King franchise and to Simba and completely changes the Pride Lands, right? So I'm really curious to see if he had a father figure that was kind of like himself and it kind of just trickles down, or if he was like, okay, my dad's a dick, so I have to learn how not to be that way. It'll be really interesting to see how they completely approach this story because it is different. I think it's kind of like Lightyear, where you know the character,
Yeah.
but in this realm, they're like, okay, this is going to be a way easier sell than what Lightyear was to the audiences. So,
Yeah.
but I'm super excited about it because Mufasa gets quoted all the time. James Earl Jones is a beast. I mean, obviously, he's not coming back to voice Mufasa,
But it
but I
still
feel
could
like
be
he's
him.
it
Because
still
remember,
could
he
be.
sold his voice rights to so they can
That's
they can
true.
use AI to create his voice. So who knows if it might be him?
That's so
So
funny. But yeah, I'm super excited about that one. Number four for me, Mufasa, the Lion King.
well, there you go. Yeah, that sounds exciting. I think you nailed that. I'm excited to see that one too. I think it's going to be really interesting, and I'm glad that they're doing it. My number four, I'm not going to say a whole bunch about it because I talked about it at the top. I am one of those people that is a huge fan of the new Planet of the Apes and how they're spinning it. That started with Franco and Lithgow and Caesar, and where they're taking it. My number four is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm excited to see where it goes next, what's happening. It looks freaking scary. The trailer looks scary. Like you don't want to be in this world of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But even more so, I'm just really excited to see it. I like how they're taking this franchise in this direction. So I'm pumped for that one, man. My number four, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Number three for me goes to The Fall Guy, Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. I mean, those two
Yes.
right there. I mean, how could you not want to see that? But of course, we are filmmakers ourselves, so we love the world of filmmaking and how they take this elaborate twist. I didn't know before we had the conversation last week that it is kind of a reboot of
From a
sorts.
TV show, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. So that's really cool. And I am really excited to see where they take it. It's so funny too because what it's old boy who's going to be playing Craven, the
Yeah.
hunter,
Yeah.
who's playing the actor, and then Ryan Gosling is the stunt person. I'm like, I'm a very heterosexual man. I love women, but you have two very attractive men who are supposed to be doubling as each other, and I'm just like, they're in their own lanes. It's so funny to see, but I'm super excited for it because it looks hilarious. Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling's chemistry looks so funny in the trailer. So yeah, The Fall Guy at number 3 for me.
Yes, I'm all in on this. In fact, I wanted it on my list, but I only could put so many, and I knew you were going to put this on there, so I knew we were going to get it in there. The Fall Guy, I was a huge fan of the TV show. Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell. I'm telling you, if they don't use the theme song, I'm going to be pissed off because it's one of the best theme songs ever. And the guy who sings the theme song, Mr. Lee Majors himself, who played Colt Seaver in the TV show, is in it. He does appear in it. So that made me even more happy that he's going to be in it because you can't do The Fall Guy without him. I just think it's basically based on his actual life. Lee Majors, if anybody doesn't know, was a stuntman who transitioned into acting in front of the camera, but he started off his career as a stuntman. And so the whole kind of premise was based on his life. I don't know if he was indeed a bounty hunter, but he was a stuntman who became an actor. So I'm pumped for this, man. They have the truck, so I'm hoping we get the theme song. Anything 80s that's coming back just gets me so excited, which is why my number 3 gets me so excited. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley, because I'm all in on all the Beverly Hills Cop movies. I love them all. We've been waiting for this one forever. It was always rumored. It was always happening. Then it wasn't. Then it was. Then it wasn't. But it is. And it looks phenomenal. It looks like it's going to capture all the stuff you love about Axel Foley and Beverly Hills Cop. It's going to have it all. It's even got Taggart and Billy in the car, the scene. You can't have a Beverly Hills Cop movie without that. I'm so freaking excited. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I love this thing. It's going to be great.
For sure. And especially now, since I've seen the first one, I need to go through and watch the rest of them to be prepared for this one. So yeah, I'm excited. And I actually just reviewed it on TikTok and Letterboxd, so you can be sure to check out my review on the first Beverly Hills Cop.
And now when I tell you my stories about John Ashton, Taggart,
you'll
know more now. It's like, oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. Had the pleasure to act with that guy in my very first film as Jasper. Go back and watch John Papsadera's interview. But yeah, I got to act with that guy. It was freaking amazing. He was so cool. He was just a down-to-earth guy. He was not at all like Taggart. Not at all like Taggart. It was like, yeah, it's just great.
I mean, I don't want to take up too much time, but I heard some stuff about the police chief. The police chief in real life was kind of shady, huh?
Yeah.
I guess was involved with White Boy Rick and shit. I'm like, what? That's
Facts.
so crazy.
Facts.
That's so crazy. Number 2 for me is honestly surprising that it's on there, even for me. But I so love this person, and I want them to do it right. I love the actor as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm talking about Bob Marley, One Love. Now, the reason I say I'm hesitant and I'm always so scared of biopics is because everybody knows, I know, reviewers know that I'm a big pacing guy. And with biopics, you always have to cover so much. You feel like you jump around. You feel like you may miss certain parts that people are looking forward to, things like that. But this looks so damn good.
It does.
I haven't been this excited for a biopic in a really long time. Honestly, since probably Tupac's All Eyes on Me. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for it. It looks amazing. It also follows the assassination attempt and the complete divide in Jamaica when politics got involved and all of these things. So yes, I'm very excited about this film. Bob Marley, One Love.
Yeah, I'm super excited as well because it doesn't shy away from the controversy. He was a very controversial figure. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. But there was and they don't shy away from his life and what was going up and down with him. And I'm pumped for it. I think those biopics do best when they don't try to sugarcoat shit and they don't try to make everything lovey-dovey. They show you the real thing. And I think that everything I've seen from this movie, it looks like it's going to do that. So I'm super pumped about it. My number 2, continuing with 80s, because duh, and anybody who knows, everybody, I'm a huge Keaton fan. He is the Batman. Michael Keaton has seen the most beloved resurgence ever. He's phenomenal. I'm so happy to see him back, just slaying it in everything that he's doing. So I am beyond excited. My number 2, Beetlejuice 2. Finally. We've been waiting for this one longer than we've been waiting for Beverly Hills Cop. It's so been in the making forever. Like, everybody wanted it. It's finally happening. All of the original cast is coming back, which is amazing. Winona Ryder and all that. And they're throwing in Jenna Ortega as the daughter. You could not have picked a better person to play Winona Ryder's daughter than Jenna Ortega. It's going to be spot on. And just, it was one of my all-time favorite movies back in the day. It's brilliant. It's out there. It's quirky. It's weird. Fucking Tim Burton. That's Tim Burton. But I cannot wait. I simply cannot. Keep killing it, Keaton. That's all I got to say. Keep giving this resurgence. Keep showing up, because I love that dude, man. One of the most underrated actors, I swear to God. He just kills it in everything he does. Fucking Founder and Birdman and just like all the shit. Beetlejuice 2, man. I am so pumped for that one.
I was gonna say the freaking you know how people use the beginning of words for things, keep killing it, Keaton. I was like, nope, don't say it. Don't freaking say it. Goodness gracious. We're good.
That's right.
Everybody.
That's right.
All right. So number 1 for me goes to Bike Riders. Again, awful name. But I am super excited. Norman Reedus, Austin Butler, freaking Tom Hardy, like, it's going to be amazing. Everybody knows I love the underworld, and I love every different aspect about it. If it's mobsters, if it's gangs, if it's freaking bike clubs, like things like that. Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite ones, and I just feel like, this looks so good. And honestly, the person we have to thank is Tom Hanks, because he told Austin Butler after Elvis to keep taking roles so he didn't set in that role, so he didn't really become Elvis. And man, he's doing amazing right now, because I'm super excited for that that show that he's got coming out.
Yeah, the military one about the it's gonna be
so
epic.
Good.
Tom Hanks, thank you, Tom Hanks. He's behind that too. So yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, man, number 1, the Bike Riders.
There you go. The only thing this thing is missing is Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Literally.
I feel like he should have been just plopped right in there. He would have fit perfectly, right? My number 1's a no-brainer, you guys. I think everybody on the planet is anticipating this one and wants to see it. And it falls into Echo kicking ass on Disney Plus and reestablishing Marvel. This one, too, will reestablish Marvel and the superhero genre by making fun of the superhero genre, which I know is going to happen. But why I'm so all invested, because we're finally going to see it. We are finally going to see Deadpool versus Wolverine. We've been wanting it. We've been wanting that fight. We've been wanting to go to it face-to-face, head-on action. It's going to happen. Not only is it going to happen, but it's going to happen with Wolverine in his suit. Finally, the blue and yellow suit. We're going to get it. So fucking excited. I can't wait. Deadpool 3, my number 1. It's gonna be amazing. I've loved all the Deadpools, and I think this one, poking fun at the death of 20th Century Fox and how that messed with their characters, and then poking fun at the superhero genre and pulling it all together and now making these guys part of the MCU and continuity and everything. I just think this film is going to be brilliant. I'm super excited. And with Levy directing it, who's directed both Jackman and Reynolds in other projects, it made sense. All of it just came together. This thing's going to be epic. Deadpool 3, my number 1.
Completely agree. I'm really ready for them to drop a trailer for that.
Me too.
Like, come on.
Because they had finished shooting most of it right before the strikes, and they just had a little bit of pickup stuff to go back and do. So I can't believe we haven't gotten a trailer yet.
Exactly. But anyway, guys, that is our top five. We want to know, what is your most anticipated film for 2024? Be sure to comment below or at us on Twitter. We love the fan interaction, and we are curious to see, is it going to be Argyle? Because we have different opinions about that one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be.
Yeah.